California lawmakers approved one of the most far-reaching criminal justice reform measures in the nation this year. Take a look at this headline. It is a beauty. California will soon have the nation's most expansive record-clearing law. Yeah, the new law will take effect in July, but what will it do, you ask? I'm so glad you did. We got the answer for you here. The measure will automatically seal convictions and arrest records for most ex-offenders who are not convicted of another felony for 4 years after completing their sentences. Records of arrests that didn't lead to convictions will also be sealed. Yeah, baby, underline, underscore, bold that. Let's put some exclamation points and some messages in the bottle on that one. Now, I want you to keep in mind, because you got some folks, oh my God, criminals running wild. No, let's keep this in mind. There are some exceptions to this. People convicted of serious and violent felonies and those requiring sex offender registration. Let that stay up, because I need this to seep in. Because you got some folks who gonna, especially the GOP, who wanna talk about how Democrats are letting criminals run amok. No, there are exceptions to this law. People convicted of serious and violent felonies and those requiring sex offender registration. Please phone a friend on this before they start talking smack about this. And the benefits here, let's look at that. Advocates push for the change because they said such records can prevent once incarcerated people from getting jobs, housing, schooling, and more. That people need second chances. Jessica, I know we don't have much longer in this segment, so I want to give you the opportunity to comment.
Yeah, I mean, when we think about crime, a lot of people are socialized to believe that anyone who's earned the label of criminal is someone who's violent and less than a human being, which is never the case. A lot of people are labeled criminals because the police stopped them on the street and decided they didn't like their attitude and arrested them on, resisting arrest or assault on a police officer when that wasn't even what really happened. It is so insane how frequently that is the case in the United States. Is that someone who deserves to earn the label of a criminal and all that comes with it? Absolutely not. So we need this kind of criminal justice reform, and it's unacceptable that people have that belief. And so deconstructing that idea is essential for this being successful, because when you look at the data, recidivism rates are worse when you have people with this on their record, because it limits their opportunities to get a job and re-enter the formal economy. A lot of times people commit crimes of economic necessity. You have the NYPD frequently showing that they've repossessed things that were stolen, and it's baby formula. People are struggling and they need options, and they should be able to get jobs once they've served their time.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I served in the Ohio Senate. I was on the criminal justice committee. And so policy can go a long way to helping people regain their lives, get a second chance. And let us not forget, most people who go away to prison, they come out. And do you want them to come out better or worse? And so this is definitely a step in the right direction. And I do want to put, before we leave this segment, this graph, because not only is this good in terms of reforming a legal system that is unjust, look at the type of money. It's a reminder that the state of California spent $20 billion on incarceration and crime in 2015. California state and county spending on incarceration and responding to crime exceeded $20 billion in 2014 and 2015. And imagine what they could do with that money if they drive down these rates. They could reinvest that money on the positive side of the ledger instead of the negative side of the ledger. You better go ahead on, California.